I want to ask you a couple of things about the application side of things. But first, you said you got to know your why, and you talked about it in your background what helped you keep pushing forward up to the application process. But then when it comes to why law school itself, why do you want to go to law school? What do you plan to do at Harvard and after?
A two-part answer to that, right? Childhood experience. My mother left when I was like 8 years old, right? And essentially, like the way she left like in a way where there was a lot of like my family had to suffer a lot of consequences, right? She just abandoned the family, went to Sri Lanka, stole a lot of stuff. It was crazy. And with that being said, like my dad lost his job afterwards, but the way she left, I found out at a very young age that it's not the truth of a situation that determines how you're treated. It's the perception of the events that determine how you're treated. Like it's always perception. Like for example, if I experienced a horrible atrocity and no one believes I experienced a horrible atrocity, then it never happened. If that makes sense from a societal standpoint. And then that means I don't get justice. I don't get, so it's just an event that occurred that no one will ever know about. Take that. After high school, part two to this question is when I was going to high school, I got denied by every single college coming out because I was focused on other things at that time. So every college I applied to denied me. Went to go work with the sanitation company. I found a really great support system there with my colleagues, right? And a lot of them were formerly incarcerated. And I just really felt so compelled for the first time in my life. People were uplifting me just for being a young guy, not because I was a great athlete, or at least a former great athlete at that point because I had an injury. Not because, no one judged me for doing bad in school. It was literally the people at the bottom who just wanted to raise me up. And just the fact that they were formerly incarcerated and they had their own views and experiences that they shared with me, I was just motivated to go into law when I found out I was academically inclined at Bowie State. So in my second year, sophomore year, I decided I wanted to go to law school once I found out I can do education. Because I was horrible at it in high school. I graduated with a 1040 SAT score out of 2,400.
So you outperformed your SAT significantly on the LSAT.
Well, it was all about having the resources and knowing what you're going for. At the time, I didn't even want to go to college. I didn't see a place for me in education. Matter of fact, I hated school based on the experiences that I had with the administration at mine. So I'm not going to make the claim that if you want it bad enough, it's going to happen. Because, I guess life doesn't necessarily work like that, right? But I truly believe this. If you have your sights set on a goal and you not just want it, but you put the necessary resources in place for you to achieve that goal, and you search out for those resources, you develop an action plan, everything will fall into place. I don't know what it will look like, but everything will fall into place and you'll get somewhere near there.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.